What up, G Life fan? It's your boy MC Shadow. Wanted to answer a few questions that I've been getting. You know what I mean? That people have been asking. So let's get to it. You know what I mean? Like the title says, red ragging sureños. And so not all sureños use the color blue. There's some that use the color red. And then people thought like what is it because they're norteños or like why do they use the color red and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It's not that, because you have neighborhoods like Florence, Harpies, Culver City, Weedmas, Eastside Weedmas, Harpies. You have different neighborhoods like that use their color red. Now, people have to understand that these neighborhoods had already established that before the whole, some even before the M.O.D started. You know what I mean? And before it was a whole red and blue thing, that was already their color, and a majority of some of those neighborhoods, they chose the color red because, they don't go at it with the Crips. Them and the Crips don't have the best relationship because, out of both groups, homeboys tend to beef it more with the Crips than they do with the Bloods, but that's only because the Crips are deeper and they're older, so they have to, and some of them even share the same territory, so there's gonna be issues, so that's the reason for that. But yeah, like I said, they had already established that, like way before the whole red and blue thing even was around or even was a thing. You know what I mean? And so that's why that's their color. You know what I mean? And then you have some other neighborhoods like Del Sol. They use yellow, or you have like Pomona Ghetto Family that uses green. You know what I mean? And then you have like the Grape Streets that use purple. You know what I mean? It depends on the neighborhood. It's their own like neighborhood colors. You know what I mean? Kind of like 805 uses the gray and blue. You know what I mean? That's just pretty much how it works. That's why you see like homeboys use like the color, the Cowboys color a lot. Because that's like sureño blue. You know what I mean? Or and then that's another thing that I was asked. Why do gang members like the Raiders a lot? The reason why most homeboys tend to like the Raiders is because one, the 80s, that's a team that was here. The 80s and through the early 90s, they were the Los Angeles football team. You know what I mean? And that's when gangbanging was like at its prime, homie. The 80s and 90s is when it was like, that's when the murder rate was like sky high. That's when gangbanging was like cracking. So that's why they tend to be Raider fans. You know what I mean? But not everyone's a Raider fan. Like you got Pobre who uses the Steelers. You have other teams that use Chargers. You have like I'm not a Raiders fan. I'm a Broncos fan. Yes, I know I'm gonna get all that hating in the comments on me, but it's all right, dog. When was the last time you guys won a championship? When was the last time we won a championship? So I don't know. I'm just saying, I know we lost. I know you guys rocked us this past game, homie, but it's all right, dog, because they still have, we still got our rings on our fingers, so it's all good, homie. I mean, do we really have to bring up the ancient book and throw off all that dust off of it from speaking about your guys' championships? I don't know. I'm just trying to start some shit in the comments, huh? Nah, but without bullshit to the side, that's the reason that a lot of homeboys, tend to like the Raiders. You know what I mean? Because that's the team that was here. Not only that, so it's like attached now to the gang cultures. So homies, put on the Raiders jersey just to be all G'd up. I mean, I'm not a Raiders fan, but I got a Raiders jersey. That way you can look all banged down. You know what I mean? But that was when you were younger. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. So that's the reason for that. And some have even asked the Dodger one, but I mean, come on, that one explains itself pretty much. You know what I mean? The whole blue, the whole LA thing. You know what I mean? So that's the reason for that. Now they tend to say, because I seen the homie that put the Raider question, another guy on the bottom like commented saying like, but why don't they use the Lakers? Like how they use the Raiders. The reason for that is because there's more football fans than there is basketball fans. Believe it or not, not that many homeboys actually like watching basketball. You know what I mean? More homeboys, like football. Not only that, that you had back then, when neighborhoods, before they even became neighborhoods, they were a football team. So you had kids out there, they love football. Football's more now. Basketball's starting to blow up, but before football was a sport of sports. I mean, you know what I mean? So you have more football fans than you do basketball fans, and that's why the same concept that like football's attached to like homeboys. Basketball just doesn't have that with them. You know what I mean? But that's the reason for that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to come and answer those, these short ones, you know what I mean? So it's a short video. Just wanted to answer those questions because it's one of the some of the questions that I get asked a lot. So, you know what I mean? Just came to get my take. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Check out the playlist, and shout out, we out.